What's up, guys? The hate watch of Magic Games versus Leganes didn't go well. Didn't go well at all. I had hopes. I had serious hopes when I saw Magic playing the way they were playing. They didn't look strong. They didn't look solid. Chance. There was a chance this game could easily go to extra time, but last minute goal for Madrid, and they finally won. I'm very sure that if this game was against a stronger opponent, I'm sure Madrid would have lost. But don't get me wrong, Madrid rested some players, some of their important players like Bellingham, Mbappe, and Vinicius that came in the second half. Like most of their solid players didn't play this game. Anyways, I did notice some weakness. Most of their defenders are injured, so that makes it even more interesting to watch the game of City against Madrid. That's gonna be next week, I believe. Anyway, that game is gonna be so interesting. Not because both teams are good, but because both teams really have serious weaknesses. And that's going to be interesting to watch. Anyways, that's not what we're going to talk about in this video. I'm going to talk about Barcelona versus Valencia. Super Copa quarterfinals. We're going to be playing in some few hours. But before we dive into that, I want to talk about some recent news that has been circulating in the football space. It concerns La Liga. La Liga referees. I'm sure you guys have seen on social media. Real Madrid made an announcement. They made a public announcement going against La Liga referees following their 1-0 loss against Leganes. That has shaken social media and the football space. From Madrid point of view, they think they've been robbed. During the game, Madrid against Espanyol, there was a dangerous tackle on Mbappe, and the player didn't get a red card. The player that scored, that ended up scoring for against Madrid, is the one that made the tackle, the dangerous tackle on Mbappe. So the Madrid people, Madrid coach, president, like the institution, they were angered by that, and they made a public announcement. So Madrid went against La Liga referees, and following their declaration, the refs for the game of Madrid against Espanyol, they were suspended. Madrid's declaration had an outcome. And us as Barcelona fans, we can only be angry about that. And that's something that's shaken the social media space. Seeing a powerful institution like Real Madrid, because they are a big institution in world football, it's very dangerous, that kind of declarations. I'm sure you've heard other people say that. It's only if you're a Madrid fan that you will see no wrong in this, what Madrid has just done. We know there are problems, especially in La Liga. We know La Liga refs, they are not good. They are not good. They are probably the worst referees in the world. But no team has ever gone all the way to make a public declaration as what Madrid did. So that was a bold move, and that's a dangerous move, because these referees, they are human, and Madrid is putting them in a position that when a ref will be refing maybe a Madrid game, he'll be influenced by what has just happened to his colleagues. He'll be thinking like, oh my god, this ref, because of a bad call he made, he has been suspended. And that might turn into a favor for Madrid, because referees will be scared to give a yellow card or a red card to a Madrid player because they are scared of what might come next. And that's so bad. That's something that's scary, guys. That's something that's scary. And what I find hilarious in all of this is Madrid is a team that has less bad calls in games. Most of the time, I'm not talking about the game of Madrid against Espanyol, because that game, it was clear that the ref didn't do their job great. But in the end, they are still human, right? And humans, they make errors. And they make errors with every team. It's in every team. Sometimes it's in your favor, and sometimes it's not in your favor. That's just how football is. And what I find hilarious is that Madrid is the team. When you look at their games, if you're someone that watches Madrid, you know they're the one that are always favored by referees in the game. You know that the ref always influences positive way, in a way that will go for Madrid, influence the outcome of the game in a way that will favor Madrid. And today, knowing that it's Madrid going against them, like there's some kind of conspiration against Madrid, it's totally nuts. It's totally nuts. I don't really understand. So let me know what you think about that in the comments, and I'd like to know your thoughts. Now let's get back into a period of the game of Barcelona against Valencia. Oh, and I forgot, Flick had a reaction during in the press conference of Barcelona games against Valencia. Flick had a reaction on all this, on the Madrid declaration. And literally said what I was just saying. He said refs, they are humans, they can make errors. He said it's not his way of doing things. It's not his way of doing things. He understands that refs can sometimes make bad calls. Sometimes it's against you, sometimes it's for you, and it's part of the game. He said he doesn't like to get involved in that kind of thing. And I think that was a good response from Flick. Always reserved, and he doesn't want any part of it. He doesn't want any part of it. And when you watch him even answer the questions, you know that he's not comfortable talking about these things. He's not comfortable talking about refs. And he also said that if you lose a game or you win a game, the ref has nothing to do with it. Yeah, sometimes refs can influence a game. They can influence the result of a game, but most of the time, if you are really good, whether the ref decisions are against you or for you, you're going to win. If you are good, you're going to win. If you play poorly, you're going to lose, no matter the decisions coming from the refs. Okay, so that's what Flick had to say about all this situation. But let's not forget, La Liga referees are the worst. They are the worst. I watch most games in other leagues, Premier League, French League, Bundesliga. They are bad ref decisions, but La Liga is the worst. It's like it happens in almost every game. As a Barcelona fan, to watch Barcelona games every single day, you have to expect the ref to be poor. You have to expect the ref to make bad decisions. We are so used to it. It's not even. We are so used to it. We even get tired talking about that. So I wanted to react on all this that happens in the past days. And anyway, let's get back to Barcelona against Valencia. We know we played Valencia just recently in La Liga, winning them 7-1. But this game is going to be different. They are playing home. And this is a cup game. This is a cup game, guys. And Valencia, I think they are very low on La Liga table. So they are not expecting, they have no hopes for La Liga. And it's during a competition like this, in a cup like this, where they are qualifying for the quarterfinals. They are just 2 games away from lifting the cup. They're going to play with their hearts and souls. They're going to give everything to get the title possible. So we should underestimate this team because we won them 7-1. No, I think we should take this game very, very serious, and we can't rely on La Liga. We are not assured of winning La Liga. We are not assured of winning the Champions League. So we have to be in the run. We have to be in the race for any title possible. Because if it doesn't go our way in La Liga or in the Champions League, we know we've got to the Copa del Rey at least. Because the Supercopa isn't considered a major trophy. You know what I'm saying? So I think this game is so important. This cup is so important. We have to do everything. We have to give everything. We shouldn't underestimate Valencia. That's going to give everything as well. So they're going to approach this game differently. You have to pay that in mind. And I trust Flick to make the good decisions and prepare the game well, even though this game is very important for us to win. I think we should rest some players like Pedri, players that have played a lot. Pedri, there's Kunde. I think we should rest Kunde as well. We should make some rotations, but not too much. We can start some players, but second half, it depends on how the game goes. So it will be preferable for us to score as many goals as we can first half, so that in the second half we can rotate, rest some players, because we have a game waiting for us against Sevilla in the weekend. So I still believe, as much as this game is important, I still believe we should rest some players. Let me show you guys my lineup. So this is my lineup. As you can see, the traditional 4-2-3-1 with Kubasi and Eric Garcia in central defense. Eric Garcia instead of Araujo, because I think Valencia is gonna put pressure. They're not gonna let us have the ball. They're gonna do everything, disturb us. So that's why I'm going with Eric Garcia, because I know with his foot. So the situation where we are under pressure, I trust Eric Garcia to make passes that can break the opponent's pressure lines. So this is a game I'll play Eric Garcia, and as you can see, as a right back, I start by resting Kunde, because he has played a lot of games and we have an important game against Sevilla in the weekend. So I have Ford instead of Kunde. Then if Ford is struggling during the game, during the first half, we can see substitute him and bring back Kunde, right? I think this is a good opportunity to let Ford play a little bit. He hasn't been playing a lot during the season, and yeah, we got Balde left back, and Balde also he can be rested. It goes if the game goes well. In the second half, you can substitute Balde with what's the name of the guy again? With Geramat, that's his name. I'm starting the game with De Jong and Quesado in the midfield, the two pivots, because I believe Pedri should rest. He should rest. He has really been playing a lot, and I think he should be rested. You know, Pedri is one of our key players in this team. With De Jong and Quesado can be playing as our center midfield, as a defensive midfielder, and De Jong will be having that creative role. Then we got Lamine Yamal. We don't have any proper option to put in that position except from Ferran Torres, or maybe we can send Rafinha on the right like Flick used to do. Rafinha on the right, then Ferran Torres gets his position on the left, then rest Lamine Yamal. But I think Lamine Yamal is going to start and maybe he'll be substituted in the second half. I got Rafinha too playing that can be substituted in the second half. And Fermin Lopez, he had some good games. Our past games, Fermin Lopez, he has played really well. So I'd like to see him once more. And then we got Lewandowski. I got Lewandowski. I want him to score. I know he's only number 9, pure number 9 that we got, and in this game we will need goals. With all these players, Rafinha, Lamine Yamal, Balde, they can be substituted in the second half if by the first half we have killed the game 3-0, 4-0. Then second half we can substitute these players and put in maybe Ferran Torres, Gavi. You can put in Gavi and put Gerard Martin. So that's what I would do if I was the coach. And Flick said Chelsea is his number 1 keeper. That's why I got Chelsea there. If it was me, if I didn't know about it, I would put Inaki Pena. You all know I'm more confident with Inaki Pena playing in our post than Chelsea, but Flick has finally chosen his number 1 keeper, which is Chelsea. And there's nothing we can do about that. I also heard Inigo Martinez, he should be back now in the squad, but I'm not sure he's going to start. Maybe he's going to come second half, but if he's fit, I'll play him instead of Eric Garcia. And then we got Fermin Lopez. I know some would like to play Gavi instead, but I like Fermin Lopez to start the game because we need those goals, and we know Fermin Lopez is more dangerous offensively than Gavi. So I'll start with Lopez so that we can score as much goal as possible in the first half. Then second half, we can substitute him and bring in Gavi. That's my thought for the lineups. Let me know about your lineups in the comments. And my prediction for this game will be 3-1 for Barcelona. 3-1, score 2-0 in the first half. Second half, maybe another goal. I think in this game, Valencia is going to score a goal. Like I said, they're not coming smooth on us. They're going to give their all. They're going to play with everything, and they want to win this game. I see us conceding at least a goal, but we are winning 3-1. So that'll be all from me, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you like this video, drop a like, make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you guys right after the game, right after our qualifications for the semifinals. I'll see you till then. Ciao.